Hi, this is John Maxwell, and I am delighted to read my book, The 16 Undeniable Laws of Communication. Apply them and make the most of your message. By John C. Maxwell. Read by me, John C. Maxwell. This book is dedicated to John Farican. For 25 years, you and Carla have been helping me in Latin America. You, John, are a leader of leaders, communicator extraordinaire, builder of teams, caster of vision, and an incredible friend. You, Carla, and Susie have expanded my calling to transform nations beyond anything I ever could have imagined. I can never thank you enough. When I began to write the 16 Laws of Communication, I decided to put them into 4 categories in this book. The first category is who says it, the communicator. What is said is the second category. How it is said is category number 3. When it is said, and then finally, why it is said. Introduction. Everyone has a message. What do you want to say? Will you be able to deliver that message? When you do, will you communicate well enough that it gets through and accomplishes what you want it to? Everyone has a message. It may be a message for the moment or a message of a lifetime. You may need to communicate the vision for your company, or want to speak at the PTA meetings at your child's school, or wow your high school or college classmates with a great presentation, or present the quarterly report without putting your colleagues to sleep, or present a product, or run for office, or preach a sermon, or make your living by becoming a professional speaker, or maybe you just want to be able to share your heart with members of a small group. If you desire to share any kind of message, you want to be able to communicate it well. You want to be able to make the most of your message. Can you? According to Harvard Business Review, the number 1 criteria for advancement and promotion for professionals is an ability to communicate effectively. It is also vital to our everyday life. Communication is how we influence others. It's essential to developing and maintaining relationships. It's the heart of our social activity. Research analyst and communication expert Haley Hawthorne says, communication is the connective tissue between humans, holding the potential to bring us together, create shared understanding, align on and execute initiatives, and so much more. At the end of the day, communication is the vehicle for transformation. Yet at the same time, public speaking, which I define as communicating a message to a group of 2 or more people, intimidates a lot of people. In one of his routines, stand-up comedian Jerry Seinfeld said, I saw a study that said speaking in front of a crowd is considered to be the number 1 fear of the average person. I found that amazing. Number 2 was death. Death? Number 2, this means to the average person, if you have to be at a funeral, you'd rather be in the casket than doing the eulogy. It doesn't have to be that way. I believe most of the people who fear communicating to a group of people avoid doing it because they don't want to do it poorly. They worry that they will fail. I know this because in 2011 I founded the Maxwell Leadership Team, a company that trains people as coaches and speakers. When people come to receive their training, they're required to deliver a 5-minute message to a small group of fellow trainees at their table. Every person giving their talk wants to do well. They have a message that they want to deliver, and they're anxious to learn how to be effective communicators. But they're never as good as they could be. That's why we train them. When it comes to communication, everyone stumbles in the beginning. I've spoken more than 13,000 times in my speaking career, and I'm currently at the top of my game. But my first experience speaking in public, oh my gosh, it was terrible. You'll hear about it in the book. Why wasn't I...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?